Okay, so you want to strip some copper. These are basic 110 volt lines or wires. So you got the copper inside. This is the manual copper stripper, or wire stripper. There's 3 wheels and the knife. So the knife can be adjusted with the Allen key, and you just lower the knife exactly right to the thickness of the wire. You want to make sure that all 3 wheels are touching the line or the wire, and that this knife is actually cutting just a little bit into the plastic around the knife, and you want to push it in a little bit till you see the copper, but you don't want to go too deep because you don't want to cut the copper. So now you got it tight, and you don't tighten it too much, just enough. You'll get the hang of this. It's always easiest to grab a pair of pliers to start it off. You just yank. Then afterwards, I've got this bolted to the table because, well, it's a little bit easier because it's a wood table, but depending on your table, the actual stripper does come with mounting hardware, but I'm just using basic screws, thick screws, to mount it in here, because you need something strong. You need the base to be strong because you're going to be pulling a lot of cable through here. So you just keep pulling, and that's it. So if you can see that, you can see it's got a cut right through it. I don't know if you can see that, but either way. So start it off, you gotta cut in there a little bit. It's easier to do this without gloves to pull it apart. There you go. So now you got this, you got the copper, cable, and you just split them. And that's it. You get your copper for scrap, so you're good to go. And pretty much you can do this with any type of cable, because these are adjustable depending on the thickness. Now, some retailers, they sell kits and covers for easy cable holding. It's not needed because this is quite simple. Here's another cable, the other end of the 110 volt. You just pop it right through. Just tighten the top one until you see it cutting in, until you see the copper a little bit. A little bit more. There. Oh, a little bit more. There. And you just pull. Find if you, near the end, because it's got a lot of turns, you want to tighten a little bit because it never cuts the end properly. This is where your nails come out. A little bit easier without the gloves, so find your own system. There's the copper. There you go. You got 2 bits of copper now, and spend an hour doing this, get quite a bit of copper. So there you have it. There's the manual wire stripper, and that's how it works. Okay, so to give you guys a better idea as to how to adjust the wheels on this stripper, here's a basic extension cord cable. You can see where the copper is inside, and you've got all the outer casing on it. It's a little bit tricky to get in here with the camera, but what you want to do it is you want to lower the bottom wheel, pop it about an inch, and then lift the wheel until you see it start cutting. Now do it a little bit tight, you pull on it, You can see it cutting in there. You keep tightening until it cuts there. You can actually see the copper. So now you see the copper. You pull a bit more, then you keep pulling. It's a little bit easier without the camera in the way. It goes a lot faster. And what you want to do at the end, you want to tighten it a bit more because it will cut the back end off. So now, I have trouble with the gloves, but you've got the split, and see, if you tighten the bottom near the end, it'll cut the end off. So you want to split it a bit more. You want to open it up. There we go. So you want to open it up like so. Till you see the copper. See, now if you cut too deep, it's going to cut these lines. And once it cuts into this, it creates a huge mess. See, it went a little bit deep, but it's still okay. So you want to just yank it out. Yeah, see, this is a bit messy because it went a bit deep. And that's it. You got your copper. So you add that to your scrap pile.